Amidst the era when the gods engulfed the world in flames, a hero emerged and sealed the demon lord during humanity's darkest hour. Centuries later in the snowy mountains, a disgusting child named Yifen cried for his father, as all of the survivors were murdered by the demon cult. They were humanity's last hope to end the revival of the demon god. But when all of them died, Wang hid the divine key inside of his child, hoping he would one day save the world. When he grew older, he became a worthless loser who sat on his ass all day drawing comics and delivered food to pay his rent. However, when a mysterious bright light caused an explosion to open a rift in space-time, a ray of light went toward Yifen's apartment, and he was teleported to the demon realm to fight demons with God's power. Since his appearance had changed, his moron ass thought that he was transported to a game world as its protagonist, and wondered if his meaningless life was finally going to get interesting. Suddenly, a 3-star ranked demon approached him, but Yifen thought that he would be alright, as he believed himself to be the main character in a game with plot armor. However, the demon burst his bubble and smacked him away, making Yifen wonder why nothing good could happen in his worthless life. As he was about to get killed, Hang Lu stopped the demon by creating a barrier of lightning around it, and when the demon broke free from it, he attacked it from the sky with lightning dragons. A huge explosion occurred, but the demon was unharmed, and as Hang Lu started fighting it again, Yifen ran for his life like a disgusting coward, and was bestowed with an invincible sword. Sensing its power, the demon ignored Hang Lu and chased after Yifen. He climbed a tree while begging the demon to stop, but when it didn't, he ended up accidentally killing the demon by dropping his sword right on the demon's head from the sky. Afterward, he woke up in the real world at a bus stop and met the divine beast Jerome that only he could see. While he goofed around with Jerome, the cleaning lady took videos of him, as she couldn't see the creature and thought he was a dumbass schizophrenic. Taking the creature back to his apartment, Yifen gave it some pet food and a soil pot, but Jerome reminded him that he was a divine beast that protected the primordial formation and the seal between the 3 worlds. But Yifen couldn't believe that, as he thought that divine beasts were supposed to be scary looking and big. However, Jerome told him that he had been protecting the 3 worlds for millions of years, and when he mentioned the Excalibur that Yifen received, he finally believed him. He mentioned that the seal between the 3 worlds was created a long time ago, but since it was weakening, more and more demons were crossing between the worlds using rifts. They were gateways created between the world because of unstable energy, and Yifen was the god's chosen, since he was able to see demons and divine beasts, so he could save the world with his powers and rid them of demonkind's existence. However, he could choose to continue living his miserable life, where the landlord would abuse him because he couldn't afford rent. As he was about to go out to make some money, a system made for the chosen ones was installed on his phone. All the rules he had to obey to continue his life as a chosen were listed there, but being the dumbass he was, Yifen ignored all of them. Meanwhile, Hang Lu, who was also a chosen one and part of the system, traveled to Yifen's city, since the ancient city of legends was beneath Mingxin University. In the system, the other chosen ones were talking about the person who defeated the 3-star sheep-headed demon, and he was nicknamed as the Night Sword. Hang Lu felt angry and disgusted, as that demon was supposed to be his kill, but Yifen stole it from him, and didn't even pick the reward. Yifen was cycling around the city with Jerome sitting on his head, who was surprised at how much humans had developed in the past 500 years, and suddenly fell to the ground when he stopped. Jerome got angry at him for making him fall, but Yifen stopped because he saw a spiritual beast, so he asked about it, and Jerome told him that it was the dumbest of all the spiritual creatures out there. When another beast dropped on his cycle, he was about to touch it, but Jerome told him not to as it was poisonous, and the creature went away. After completing a food delivery, Yifen helped an old lady cross the road, and when a girl slipped because of a puddle, he grabbed her and shoved his lollipop in her mouth to make her stop screaming. As the chosen ones in the system were talking about the Night Sword, Yifen saw 2 turtles crossing the road, so he stopped the traffic to protect them, but they turned out to be spiritual beasts that other humans couldn't see. As the people in the cars cursed him, the chosen ones in the system talked about how dumb he was, and thought that if they would let him continue his dumbness, everyone in the world would know about the existence of the Chosens. Because of his actions, a news channel reported him as a person who behaved abnormally because of schizophrenia, and the authorities planned to send him to a psychiatric hospital. So the system informed everyone that Night Sword influenced civilians negatively by violating the law of the Chosen Ones, so he was ordered to be arrested. When all the Chosen Ones realized that Yifen was the Night Sword, they were shocked, and he was taken to the court of the Chosens. The judges reminded him of the rules written on the system, and scolded him for violating so many laws in less than half a day after becoming a Chosen. Being the dumbass he was, he didn't know about the existence of the app, as he never bothered to check, and didn't have a clue about what the judges were talking about. When he checked the system on his phone, the judges realized that he actually didn't know about it, and let him off with just a warning, but warned him that there would be severe punishment next time. The judges then checked his registration form, and got shocked to know that the Formation Protector Divine Beast was his pet. However, when they saw Jerome in reality, they laughed, and Jerome got angry at Yifen for revealing his identity. The judges laughed hysterically behind a door, and Jerome started beating the shit out of Yifen for letting them make fun of him. However, when the judge appeared, he stopped, and they were told to leave the building. Using a teleporter, they went to the Southern Continent Avenue in another world, and saw other Chosen Ones there. When a pair of Chosen Ones saw him acting like a complete moron, they shouted his name, and everyone got attracted to him since he defeated a 3-star ranked demon on his first mission. However, another Chosen One called him a disgusting imposter who only managed to defeat the demon out of sheer luck, and challenged him to go to the prophetic jade stone that gauged the powers of the Chosen Ones in 5 levels. Jerome didn't want him to go, but when other Chosen Ones called him a pussy, he jumped toward the jade stone and crashed into a barrier before it. Everyone made fun of him for having the lowest spiritual value, as he couldn't even approach the stone. But when he started swinging his Excalibur randomly, he cracked the jade stone and managed to get inside the barrier. Everyone was shocked seeing what he just did, and when Zane appeared, Yifen threw his Excalibur away, as he thought that he had done something bad. However, Zane congratulated him, as he had never seen someone go through the barrier around the Jade Stone in hundreds of years, and told him that he was destined to become a great warrior. He received a mission to investigate paranormal activities at the Mingxian University, as a legendary sword relic disappeared from there, and trash cans were moving on their own. When he reached there, Jerome scolded him for wasting his time, as he could have been defeating demons at that moment, but he was just f***ing around. Yifen showed the missing sword to Jerome on his phone that was in 2 pieces, and vowed to solve the mystery of the paranormal activity. When he mentioned the explosion last night, Jerome got scared as he thought that his secret was going to be revealed, but Yifen was just thinking of some dumb thing, and he breathed a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, a mysterious person put together the stolen legendary sword, and when that happened, a rift opened around the university, and Yifen was transformed into his otherworld version. A crab-like demon appeared before him, and it was small and harmless at first, but it got big when it got hit by a mysterious green light. The demon madly attacked Yifen to crush him into a pulp, but he kept dodging his attacks, and managed to sever his arm just by blocking its attack with Excalibur. However, he let that advantage get to his head, so he went on the offensive against the demon when it ran away crying. When he jumped up to attack the demon from above, the demon blocked his attack with its claw that broke Excalibur, and slammed him away with its severed arm. As he struggled to get up on his feet, the demon grabbed Yifen in its claw, and as he was about to be split in half, a hot goth mommy appeared, and destroyed the demon with her overwhelming damage, killing it in that instant. At Yifen's apartment, Jerome felt angry that he survived again, revealing that when Yifen teleported to the other world at first, he wanted him to get sacrificed at the hands of the demon. After all, it would contribute towards repairing the seal between the worlds, but when he survived the first time, Jerome deliberately vandalized the Excalibur so he would get killed. But he ended up somehow surviving again, and now the sword was split into 2 pieces. As he was crying and rolling around like a little child throwing tantrums, Yifen approached him, and he felt relieved that the doofus didn't hear what he was saying. Since he got really injured, Yifen was extremely depressed, and told Jerome that he wouldn't be killing demons anymore, as he believed that there were other ways to contribute to protecting the world. However, in reality, he was just afraid to die, and started crying hysterically holding Jerome in his arms. So he told the crying face that it was just a little test from heaven. Yifen asked him to repair the broken sword if heaven actually existed, and Jerome got pissed, as he couldn't do that. However, a sudden strong gust of wind started blowing everything, and the mysterious green light that transformed the crab demon repaired the sword. At the same time, Hang Lu also visited Mingxian University, and his butler Meng told him that the green light from the ancient legendary sword that was stolen opened the rift, and it was possible that it also caused the explosion yesterday. With that information in mind, Hang Lu thought that the news of an ancient city beneath Mingxian University wasn't fake at all, and wondered if something dark and secret lay there. In Yifen's apartment, Jerome thought that someone with great power must have repaired Excalibur, as it wasn't a normal sword, but Yifen just thought that it got repaired because of his great fortune, and wondered if it was all a test from the heavens to gauge his willpower. Jerome thought that he was dumb as usual, but at the very least, he was willing to go back through the rifts to fight demons. The following morning, Hang Lu decided to move into Yifen's city, and under his orders, the archaeological excavations of the ancient city ruins had been stopped. And now, everyone was focusing on the cause of the explosion that occurred 2 days ago. Using his phone, he learned that Yifen managed to complete another mission with a Chosen One nicknamed the Skeleton Genie. The Chosen Ones kept wondering if Yifen came from a rich family of nobles, as he was teaming up with the most powerful Chosen Ones. Meanwhile, in Yifen's apartment, Jerome took a shit in the soil pot, and when Yifen appeared, he started covering it up faster to hide what he just did. Hang Lu, who just arrived near his apartment building, had his pretty face ruined by that shit-covered soil, so Meng cleaned him up in his new home. Even though his apartment was lavish, Meng apologized to him for not finding something better, and asked why everyone was paying special attention to Yifen. Hang Lu's intuition was telling him that Yifen was strong and powerful, but the dumb shit he did from time to time made him doubt himself. As he continued talking with Meng about Yifen, he came knocking on the door, and Jerome wondered why a rich guy like him decided to come near them. When the door to his house opened, Yifen went through a disinfection room first, and gave the shit-filled soil pot to Hang Lu as a gift. Smelling the disgusting smell coming from the pot, he signaled Meng to take it away, who just put the pot with other plants, so he told him to get rid of it. Messing around the house, Yifen accidentally opened a secret magical compartment, and 3 pillars appeared that had elemental stones on top of them. Curious about the stones, Yifen asked about what they were, so Hang Lu told him that they were used in the making and maintaining of powerful weapons. He got all of them by trading the artifacts he obtained from the demons he slayed, and when Yifen started messing around even more, he told him that he also had a demon's core stone in his possession. It belonged to the demon that Yifen accidentally killed but forgot to pick up, so Hang Lu returned it to him, and Meng told him that it was worth a lot. Since he helped in defeating the demon, Yifen asked Hang Lu to share the stone with him, and when he refused, he forcefully took him to the Southern Continent Avenue. Everyone there was shocked to see someone as dignified as Hang Lu hanging around with Yifen, as Hang Lu was the kind of guy who never bothered to interact with people weaker than him. Reaching a trading shop, Yifen gave the demon's core stone to the shopkeeper, who also happened to be a judge at the court where Yifen was summoned. As Hang Lu was cleaning the part of the robe that Yifen touched, the judge offered him 350 shells for the core stone, but he wasn't happy with it. The shopkeeper got worried thinking that he wouldn't be able to swindle Yifen. However, he was actually the biggest dumbass moron in the world, as he wanted to receive less money for the stone. The shopkeeper happily agreed with him, but Hang Lu intervened and reminded him that he bought a 2-star demon's core stone for 600 shells 3 days ago. Yifen was shocked to learn that the shopkeeper was frauding him, but he believed that it was Yifen's own fault for requesting a lower price. So Hang Lu told him that his customers might be brainless with little to no brain cells, but as a shopkeeper, he must abide by his work ethic. Because of the pep talk, he gave Yifen 1,000 shells for the demon's core stone, and he decided to treat Hang Lu to a meal. Hu served them bowls of ramen, and when Hang Lu saw how disgustingly Yifen ate his food, he stepped back and let him have his bowl too. As he was talking about the starvation in the world, and about how salty the ramen was, they saw a guy acting rudely with Hu and throwing his ramen bowl on the ground. When a spiritual beast started to eat it, he was about to kick it, but Hu protected it with his own body. The guy was about to slap him, but Yifen grabbed his hand and reminded the guy that every living being was equal and had dignity. The guy was pissed at him, but when he saw Hang Lu, he decided to run away, and Hu shyly thanked Yifen, so he patted him in the head. Hu was also a chosen one, and when spiritual beasts started to surround him, Hang Lu went away. Afterward, in the real world, he opened a care home to help the needy and the poor by giving them free food, and later hung around with Yifen. Suddenly, they detected spirit energy in the air, and a huge area beside them transformed into a rift. Hang Lu rushed inside it to defeat a demon that appeared, and when Yifen came in, he informed him that it was a 4-star ranked demon. He warned Yifen that the demon was agile and good at sneak attacks, so he wanted him to be careful. Spinning at high speed, the demon created a tornado, and Hang Lu used his divine spear to protect himself and others, but Jerome's little body struggled to hang on. Without any consideration of his poor pet, Yifen yeeted him toward the demon and broke its back. The demon retreated, and Yifen got ready to attack it, but Hang Lu wanted him to form a tactic first and attack the demon using different swordsmanship skills. However, being the dumb f*** he was, Yifen didn't even know the basic sword skills, so when the demon attacked, he just rushed at him with no care or plan, and slammed his Excalibur on the ground so hard that it caused an earthquake. With the demon stunned, both Yifen and Hang Lu rushed to finish it off, but the demon escaped underneath the ground, and Hang Lu wondered where it would attack from. As they were looking around, the demon attacked Hang Lu with a darkness beam, and after dodging away, he retaliated with a water cannon. However, the attack went towards Yifen when the demon disappeared, and he parried it back towards Hang Lu, drenching his expensive clothes in water. Suddenly, the demon focused his attention on Yifen, and Hang Lu rushed to defend him, but he attacked the ground mindlessly, and Hang Lu was knocked away from his attack. He got extremely pissed at Yifen, and when the demon appeared again, Yifen told him to just accept that he was weak and hang back, and it pissed him off even more. He wanted to give him an ass beating, as a disgusting worthless runt like him, who knew nothing about fighting, was mocking him. But Yifen told him to just accept the truth. When the demon attacked him, Yifen effortlessly dodged, and with 2 swift attacks, he knocked the demon out cold. Hang Lu commended his fighting prowess, and wanted him to become his teammate so he could improve with experience. But the dumbass thought that Hang Lu was trying to become his right-hand man. When Yifen called him a weakling, Hang Lu finally lost his cool, and summoning the spirit of the water serpent god, he annihilated the demon with his ultimate attack while showing his fighting power at the same time. With the demon perished, Yifen was mesmerized by his strength, and took back what he said about Hang Lu being a weakling. However, he still considered Hang Lu his right-hand man, even when he didn't know a single sword move, and wanted him to assist him in eradicating the demons. That night, he practiced his swordsmanship using an esoteric book that Hang Lu gave him, and Jerome tried to tell him that he didn't need such useless things to defeat the demons. But Yifen didn't want to waste the book that his new friend gave him. As he continued practicing, his editor called, and told his useless ass to write a better comic next time, as the last one didn't sell at all. But Yifen just thought that his work was too advanced, and was so up his own ass that he thought the ordinary readers couldn't understand his true art. The following morning, other chosen ones learned that Hang Lu, who never accepted anyone's request, decided to team up with the Night Sword to take down a 4-star ranked demon. At the same time in Hang Lu's home, Meng asked him why he was worried about teaming up with Yifen, as he was strong, but Hang Lu thought that he was a reckless, spoiled kid. When he checked his phone, he saw that Yifen had created a comic that depicted him being his subordinate, and got so pissed that he threw his phone away. In his apartment, Yifen continued working on his comics, and after spending the whole day trying to earn money by making food deliveries, he slept like he had no care in the world. When his boss called him in the middle of the night, he learned that his comic suddenly blew up the rating charts. So his boss wanted him to continue it by adding a new character, and he thought about the goth mommy that saved him from the crab demon. The following day in her office, the goth mommy named Kin Mo, who was a famous actress, saw that some disgusting loser portrayed her in his comic book, and was surprised. When she went to work on a new film, Yifen was passing by the area for a food delivery on his bicycle, because his broke ass couldn't afford a bike, and saw Kin Mo getting attacked by a thug. With no hesitation, he drop-kicked the thug on his face and thought that he did some really nice thing, but realized that they were actually acting. He was charged with a hefty fine, and when Kin Mo sent a reminder to the food delivery guy, she realized that it was Yifen, and saw the food dropped on the floor. Yifen gladly accepted if she wanted to give him a low rating, but she just picked up the food box, and even offered to eat with him. Out of nowhere, a disgusting simp cursed Yifen for getting near to his goddess, and a rift started opening up on their location. Jerome was amused, as he thought that someone was finally going to get sacrificed, and as everyone else struggled to hold on because of the rift, Yifen thought that it was another chance for him to save the world. The ground where the rift was formed was turned into magma, and Yifen attacked the 5-star ranked Yaksha demon, but it grabbed his Excalibur effortlessly, and spat on his face. Since the demon never used mouthwash, Yifen started to puke, and the Yaksha demon spanked his ass into a wall. When Yifen rushed to attack it with his Excalibur, he got trapped in a stone prison, and as the demon approached him menacingly, Jerome started laughing with excitement, as Yifen was finally about to get killed, and the seal between the 3 worlds would be repaired. However, Kinmo knocked the demon away before it could finish him off. She attacked the demon with her magic, and the demon tried to land a hit on her, but Kinmo was too agile for him to hit, and she kept pressing the demon more and more with each attack until it was forced to retreat. With his back against the wall, the demon summoned stone drills to turn Kinmo into a pulp, and Yifen got up to attack the demon with a long-range slash attack. The demon was slammed against a wall, but when he started to boast his strength to Kinmo, the demon ambushed him, and she was forced to rescue him again. Under the effect of the green light, Yifen's Excalibur started to act on its own, and when Kinmo created her ultimate attack to defeat the demon, Yifen attacked her. The demon started going on the offensive against Kinmo, and while dodging its attack, she had to continuously evade Yifen as well. When he wouldn't just shut up, Kinmo bound him to a wall with her mana, and the demon created a prison of stones around her. However, she broke out of it with her superior magic, and covering the demon in magic mirrors, she slammed it with them from all sides. The demon screamed in pain, but it managed to escape, and when Yifen went to meet Kinmo, he learned her true identity. He tried to make a team with her and requested her to join him, but she refused, as she hated to be pursued by dogs like him. Wagging his tail like an actual dog, Yifen went to Hang Lu to ask him for tips to get close to girls, as he thought that he must be famous with them. So the following day, when she was giving an interview for a magazine, Yifen barged in with a bouquet of flowers, but got kicked out of the building by a guard. However, remembering Hang Lu's instructions to be persistent, he kept trying to meet her, but he got kicked out every time. One day, as he was waiting outside her workplace like a truly disgusting creep, he saw her going away on her bike. He followed her to an orphanage, and seeing her playing football with orphans, he remembered the fun time he had while playing with his father. When Kinmo sang for the kids, everyone's ears started to bleed, and Yifen heard some passersby saying that she had been taking care of the orphan kids for a long time. When a kid got adopted by loving foster parents, Yifen sat with Kinmo and told her that he was the same age as the kid when he last saw his father. After telling her his sad childhood story, he started acting like a simp again, when suddenly a kid got injured because of a broken slide, and the two rushed to take him to a hospital. Afterward, Kinmo started fixing the slide at the orphanage and got her finger injured. Because he wouldn't leave her alone, she sat on her bike, and Yifen offered her an ice pack for her injury, but she ignored it and went away. Acting like the biggest simp in the world, he followed her on his bicycle and ended up crashing into her when she stopped because he forgot to repair the brakes. Her bike got severely damaged, and he offered to pay for the damages, but Kinmo begged her to shut the fuck up and had him taken to a hospital so she would finally get some peace. That night, some other simps of Kinmo got together, and as they all hated Yifen to their core, they thought that it was time to teach him a lesson. While Yifen was sitting outside the hospital, he received a reminder from the Dub government office to pay his fine for breaking the rules earlier. He thought that he could pay it off if he worked hard, but he realized that he was drowning in debt, and the weight of that debt almost crushed him. As if that wasn't enough, his boss accused him of plagiarizing the comics, and while a rift appeared, his landlord called him and told him that he was going to sell his apartment. He tried to rush back to his home, but the rift stopped him from doing so, and he had to battle the Yaksha demon again with Hutu. The demon attacked Yifen with its mighty hammer, but Yifen blocked it with his sword and told Hutu to run away. However, seeing him fighting the demon by himself, Hutu couldn't stay back, but when the demon knocked Yifen away, they both fell to the ground, and his axe landed on his head. As he was trying to act like he was fine, Hutu ran away as the demon was approaching them, and it slammed Yifen away toward a metal fence. The two then started trading blows with each other, but Yifen struggled to keep up with it. However, when he received an opportunity, he managed to slice the demon's arm. As the demon was on its knees, he tried to finish it off, but it grabbed his Excalibur, and Yifen begged Hutu to lend him a hand. However, he was too scared to move, but when Yifen encouraged him, he got up and punched the demon. But its hard skin ended up hurting him more, and the demon smacked him away. Afterward, the redhead abomination healed its arm and rushed at Yifen, but after blocking its attacks, he sliced the demon into little pieces. Despite that, the demon regenerated his whole body, and it was bigger than before. Both he and Hutu ran away to escape from the demon, but Hutu slipped, and Yifen barely protected himself by a huge boulder that the demon threw at him. When the demon attacked them with stone drills, the two ran again, but realizing that they had nowhere to escape, Yifen held his ground to break the drills. However, he got punched, and after the demon trapped him again, it created a huge boulder to attack Hutu. Hang Lu tried to rescue him, but he was too late, and soon afterward, Kinmo arrived to battle the demon as well. However, Yifen broke free from the stone prison, and vowing to become the world's savior, he dodged the demon's attack like it was nothing. After enchanting his sword with heavenly fire, he burned the demon with a sweep attack from his sword and killed it in an instant. With the demon defeated, he rushed back home to his apartment to see that his stuff wasn't taken away, and the landlord informed him that someone paid the rent for him. As he was jumping with joy, his editor called him to apologize for accusing him of plagiarizing the comics, and he got happy thinking that his life was finally on the right track. Using the Chosen Ones app on his phone, he learned that he was given the 49th ranking, and other Chosen Ones were pretty pissed about it, as he just started slaying demons and already received such a good ranking. He sent a friend request to Hutu in the app since he was on his side, and at the same time, Hang Lu instructed Meng to keep covering Yifen's rent, and revealed that some people barged into the dumbass's apartment while he was away. That night while he was sleeping, one of Kin Mo's simps infiltrated Yifen's apartment after throwing a sleeping gas bomb, and stole his sword. Before leaving, he wanted to draw a dick on Yifen's face, but when he started sleep talking, he stopped and left. The following morning, he received some ice cream puffs from Hu Tao as a thanks for saving him, and later sat with him in the Southern Continent Avenue. The people made fun of Hu Tu, saying that the furry finally managed to make some friends, but he ignored them and gave Yifen more puffs. When other Chosen Ones wouldn't stop belittling Hu Tu, Yifen scared them all away by threatening to chop off their millimeter Peters. Hu Tu thanked him for saving him yet again, but Yifen replied that it was the least he could do as his friend. As he continued talking to him throughout the day in the real world, Hu Tu secretly followed him, revealing that she was actually a girl, and her name was Maya. That night, as Jerome was filling his body with ice cream puffs, Yifen checked his computer to see that his comic managed to get more than 10,000 subscriptions, and he got so happy that he offered to treat Maya to lunch. However, he learned that her pet Blue was missing, so the next day, he went in search of him and accidentally bumped into her. However, she couldn't muster up the courage to reveal her identity, and Yifen continued to search for Blue. He stumbled upon the actor who worked with Kin Mo and thought that he was the furry. But when Maya finally talked with him, he realized that it was her. She had a really cute voice, so Yifen asked her why she used a voice changer on her demon-slaying form, and learned that she tried to make friends when she became a Chosen One. But people were weirded out by a humanoid tiger with a girl's voice, so she started using a voice changer. Sitting at a bench, Yifen ate puffs made by her and told her that she looked cute in both of her forms. After thanking him, she showed him a picture of her pet Blue and revealed that she found him on the day the archaeological site of Mingshan University exploded. Suddenly, they started hearing loud growls coming from the pagoda nearby, but Maya didn't want him to worry, as the noises were coming from the million demons who were imprisoned underneath the pagoda. However, the ground started to suddenly shake, and inside the pagoda, the simp was conducting an experiment with Yifen's sword. But it went wrong, and a horrifying demon was summoned. The people around the pagoda ran away, and Yifen rushed toward the demon, but realized that he didn't have his sword with him. After dodging its attack, the two ran away from the demon, and he saw his sword in a dumpster, so he picked it up and tossed Jerome to Maya. However, when he swung his sword, his body froze into place, and the demon attacked him. As Maya was helping him get up, the demon threw the Excalibur on his back, and as he was falling to the ground, he told Maya to run away. But she couldn't just leave him because he risked his life a lot of times to protect her, so when the demon attacked them, she turned into her furry form and started battling it. However, no matter how much she swung her axe, it passed through the demon as it was made out of darkness. Realizing that normal attacks weren't working, she slammed her axe on the ground and used her ultimate attack to summon the fire god that tore the demon to shreds. Afterward, her pet Blue came out of some bushes, and at the same time, the simp that stole Yifen's sword was in Hang Lu's suite. The two were brothers, and Hang Lu revealed that his worthless brother experimented on Yifen's sword with the ancient sword of green light found under Mingshan University. But when his experiment went wrong, the sword birthed a black demon. When Hang Lu gave him a punishment, he complained about it, but he told him that he gave him the mildest punishment compared to what he did. Some days later in the hospital, Yifen had a dream about his father, and thinking that it was still a dream, he was about to jump out of the window to stop his father from leaving. But Maya grabbed him at the last second and thought that he was trying to end his life, but Yifen told him that they were on the ground floor. Despite that, Dr. Isekai strapped him onto the hospital bed, and Yifen realized that she was the woman to whom he was delivering food all that time. Yifen had received a lot of damage to his brain, and it turned out that someone covered the candies in his room with an agent that hindered the neurons in his brain. Ikai then talked about the team he was making to slaughter demons and asked if she could join it, but Yifan told her that she was too weak, and she got angry at him for saying that. Before leaving, she instructed Maya to take care of him, and later outside his room, she heard Ikai saying that Yifan had suffered severe brain damage and only had a month before his life would end. Because of that, she asked him if he had any unfulfilled wishes, and after learning that he wanted Kinmo to join his team, she informed her about Yifan's condition and begged her to visit him, as it was his last wish. When he was discharged from the hospital, she even hosted a discharge party for him at Hang Lu's place, and Yifan thought that he should become a patient more often. They all ate and drank wine together, and to everyone's surprise, Kinmo ended up coming to meet him, and Yifan got really excited seeing her. Ikai praised Maya for doing so much for Yifan, and after having a toast with others, Yifan gave his demon-slaying team a weird-ass name that Hang Lu wasn't happy about. However, Ikai praised it, but Yifan told her that he still wasn't going to let her join his team. Because she drank too much, Ikai collapsed on the sofa, and Kinmo got up to leave, so Yifan asked her to stop. However, she wasn't on his team, and told him that she just came there because Maya begged her to come, as he was going to die in a month, and it was his last wish. Maya still hadn't told Yifan about that, and after learning that he was going to die in a month, he didn't know how to react, and went back to his apartment with Jerome. Sitting on the window with his pet on his lap, Yifan talked about how there was still so much for him to do, so he didn't want to die just yet. However, he knew that he couldn't escape death, and wanted to spend the remainder of his life slaying demons to make the world a better place, so he wouldn't have any regrets. But despite acting tough, the grief was too much for him, and he started crying. When Jerome finally woke up and learned that Yifan was going to die, he started laughing in amusement, as he had been waiting for him to die for a long time. As if that wasn't enough, Jerome started to jump around in joy, making Yifan think that he was drunk. However, he threw a book at his face and told Yifan that if the ancient seal wasn't sealed and he didn't lose all his power, he would never be stuck with a moron like him, since he had no talent whatsoever and barely had a single brain cell inside his brain. Jerome thought that Yifan needed to sacrifice himself in the rift to actually do something good for this world with his worthless life. He channeled his power into the Excalibur, so the demons would be attracted toward it, but Yifan ended up surviving all the demons' attacks. If he and Blue still had their powers, they could easily repair the damaged seal, and when Yifan finally learned about all the atrocities Jerome had committed, he lost his mind. Jerome never considered him a friend even after he provided him with a home, shared what he ate with him, and did everything possible to give him a better life, so he asked Jerome why he was still unsatisfied. However, he didn't answer, and got down from the table to take a shit on the soil pot, but Yifan pulled it away, and he was forced to do it in a plastic bag. Later, while he was taking a shower, Yifan kept turning the water on and off to annoy the fuck out of him, and that night when Jerome tried to sleep, he woke him up by using a blowing horn. The whole night, Yifan did the same whenever Jerome fell asleep, but in an attempt to bully him, he kept his whole neighborhood awake, and that included Hang Lu. The following morning, Maya came to check up on him, but when she saw him acting weird, and Jerome on the verge of a mental breakdown, she thought that maybe the trauma of dying in a month affected his sanity. The previous night when Yifan left Hang Lu's place, Kinmo forced Yikai's drunk ass to reveal everything, and they all learned that Yifan wasn't dying. She was talking about another patient with the same name, but she believed that Yifan still had a lot of problems with him. As she had conducted a thorough examination on him, she learned that his mana pool was extremely low, so the capability he showed in his fight against the demons was abnormal. However, there was nothing life-threatening going on with him, but she still believed that he appeared to be possessed by something because of how Excalibur behaved sometimes. At Yifan's apartment, Maya told him that his life wasn't in danger, and he learned that she had come to tell him the same thing yesterday. But he was so shocked by the news of his death that he ignored what she was saying. Knowing that he wasn't going to die after all, Yifan started acting like a dumb fuck again, and thanked her for everything she did for him. She asked him for a favor, and wanted him to take care of Blue, as she was going away because of her midterm archaeology exams, and when he accepted, she thanked him for helping her every time she needed it. But Yifan believed that since they were teammates, it was a normal thing to do. Meanwhile, Jerome tried to get close to Blue since they were subordinates centuries ago, but he just punched his scum face away. Jerome checked if he had any divine power, and when Yifan picked up Blue, he bit his hand, and Jerome realized that Blue had lost his memories and couldn't use his powers anymore. He started to act cute to get spared, but Yifan kicked him out along with all his belongings, as he was no better than a stranger since he couldn't trust him. Jerome kept banging on the door for hours, and finally managed to get inside Yifen's apartment through the window, and head-butted Yifen in the face. He started to jump on his back, and thinking that he was playing, Blue joined in, and they both started using his body like a trampoline. Afterward, Jerome told Yifen that he could either restore the seal and cure Blue, or sacrifice his life in a rift to repair the seal in a different way. But he refused to do any one of them, and told him to reveal everything or he would make his life a living hell. So Jerome revealed that the seal between the three worlds was created by 5 sages in ancient times to stop the great demon king, and they broke the key of the seal into little pieces, so it couldn't be opened by anyone. Jerome and Blue were the seal's protection beasts, and whenever unstable energy created an imbalance, they would repair it with their powers with no trouble. However, 1,000 years ago, the destroyed key fragment gradually took shape, and in 500 years, the White Ghost organization found all of its fragments. Meanwhile, Hang Lu went to the ruins of the ancient city underneath Mingxian University, and saw that there was construction going on there, so he called his mentor, and learned that it was his order. Hang Lu told him that he wanted to investigate the cause of the explosions, but his mentor didn't have another choice. The heretic organization of the White Ghosts was carrying out activities at that place, so they needed to unearth the secrets of the ancient city faster. 500 years ago, Jerome, Blue, and a lot of members of the Dub stopped the White Ghosts from breaking the seal completely. But even though they succeeded, they suffered a horrifying amount of casualties. Even the explosion had something to do with Jerome, but he refused to tell him about it. Suddenly, Yifen's Excalibur attacked Blue on its own, and while he was trying to protect the little creature by holding the sword back, he got knocked out by him. With him unconscious, Jerome thought about ending his life, but when he remembered all the nice things Yifen had done for him, he decided to heal him instead, and learned that there was a seal inside his body that stopped him from using all his power. Yifen daydreamed about what would happen if all his power were to be unleashed, and thought that he was blessed by fate with good fortune. But when he asked Jerome if he could break the seal, he learned that he didn't know how to. However, when he offered to forgive him for everything he did, Jerome told him that the seal inside of him was weakening, so if he would continue to fight demons, he would eventually break it. Yifen thought that his story was the perfect inspiration for his new comics, and at the same time, Hang Lu discussed the secrets of the ancient city with his mentor. At night, while Yifen was working on his comics with extreme concentration, members of the White Ghost used their powers to summon a devastating tornado that threatened to destroy the whole city. When Blue opened the window in Yifen's apartment, he and Jerome were almost swept away because of the strong wind. But Yifen grabbed them and shut the window. Watching the TV, he saw a famous comic book artist appreciating his work, and Yifen started dancing in joy because his favorite artist praised him. Afterward, Luo called him to collaborate to make a TV adaptation of his comics, and Yifen went out in the bad weather, as he couldn't waste any time cashing in that golden opportunity. On his way, he saw an unconscious man in the middle of nowhere, and when another dropped to the ground right in front of him, he went into an alley to investigate, and saw Kin Mo taking down the civilians. He wanted to know why she was doing that, and refused to cover up for her if she was committing a crime. But she told him to inform Dub that the situation was out of control, and went away. The people she defeated started to sleepwalk again, but a mysterious chosen one rescued Yifen by binding everyone with vines, and told Hang Lu's mentor everything about the situation. They realized that the people had lost consciousness and were in a deep coma, while also thinking that the typhoon was likely caused by demons who were trying to get into the real world. While the other chosen ones were taking care of the people, Yifen went to meet Luo in the Wanji Entertainment building, and immediately signed the contract that Luo gave him, as he was offered a good sum of money, and he could pay off his debt with that. The two then talked about the story of his upcoming comics, and Luo suggested different ways to make the story more interesting. But Yifen found a lot of flaws in his story, and wanted him to let him handle everything about the comic. When he went back outside, he started dancing in the middle of the road thinking about how successful he was going to be. When Kin Mo came there, she drenched Yifen with water, and he asked her to join his team. Suddenly, they received an alert saying that a severe distortion in time and space was happening, and a rift was going to be opened. Since his bike was broken, he sat on Kin Mo's bike, and they went to the shore. Yifen thought that everything looked normal, but Kin Mo could detect that there was an enchantment in the area. Out of nowhere, a lot of mind-controlled civilians appeared, and while Kin Mo was beating them with no hesitation, Yifen hesitated and was overrun by them. Seeing him getting strangled, Kin Mo wanted to help him out, but the people stopped her from doing so, and she was forced to go into her demon-slaying form to defeat everyone and rescue him. Suddenly, a 7-star calamity-ranked demon appeared and was about to smash Yifen to bits, but Hang Lu arrived and tossed the demon away with a water cannon. Yifen got happy seeing his dream team together, and as he was running towards them to hug them, the demon reappeared, and Hang Lu revealed that the demon came into the real world by breaking through a rift. Qin Mo rushed toward it with no hesitation, and after Yifen transformed, Hang Lu decided to join the battle as well, and they all combined their attacks to hit the demon with the ultimate move. But the demon knocked it away effortlessly, and didn't appear to get hurt at all. The demon stood before them like a towering wall, and when Yifen attacked it, the demon threw him away. Qin Mo and Hang Lu fired mana cannons toward it, but it stopped them with the sound waves from his mouth, and those waves activated the unconscious humans. The three dodged the humans who were trying to eat them alive, and Qin Mo felt worried, as the humans would die from exhaustion if it continued like that. Hang Lu felt like they needed to inform Dub, and at the same time, the lady with the mask informed Hang Lu's mentor that no rift opened in the city, and there were no signs of a demon invasion. Hang Lu didn't have any signals on his phone, so Yifen told him to go inform Dub while he and Qin Mo would fight the demon. However, it was just an attempt for him to be alone with her, and when Hang Lu went away, his sword started acting crazy again. They were knocked away by the demon's ground slam, and Qin Mo used the dust cloud as an opportunity to trap the calamity-ranked demon in heavenly mana pillars. As it was struggling to break free, Qin Mo exploded the pillars, and a huge flame erupted. However, the demon remained unharmed, and absorbing the flames on the palm of his hand, it launched a devastating attack towards Qin Mo. She was too close to the attack to move away, so Yifen put himself in harm's way, and pushed her away, thinking that he was going to die because of the injuries. He thought that his only regret was to never get a chance to team up with her, but Qin Mo told him to shut the fuck up and save his strength. Meanwhile, Hang Lu came back, and using his divine spear, he was able to knock the demon down for the time being. When Qin Mo asked him when the reinforcements would come, he replied that he never got a chance to meet them, as he couldn't get out of the enchantment around the area. With no other option but to fight the demon, she got up and launched a joint attack with Hang Lu toward the demon. At the same time, the lady with the mask revealed that the Bay Area was covered with a special magnetic field, and it was related to a demon. At the Bay Area, the demon chased after Qin Mo, and since it was too fast for its size, it managed to slam her on the ground. As he was about to finish her off, Qin Mo created defensive mana spikes to protect herself, and Hang Lu forced the demon away with his water cannon. Rushing toward the demon again, the two attacked the demon together with a water cannon and mana bomb at the same time. But it had no effect on the demon, and they got punched by it. Qin Mo had no strength left in her body, and when the demon saw her laying defenselessly, it played with her head and started dancing with amusement. Pissed to oblivion, Yifen crawled toward the demon, and he managed to block the demon's attack with the power that just released from inside of him. He pushed it back, but his sword started acting on its own again. However, he managed to tame it for now and ran toward the demon. While dodging its attack, Yifen waited for an opening to counterattack, but ended up getting slammed into a cliff. After the demon wildly punched him, it grabbed him in his huge hand, and started to crush every bone in his body before tossing him away. However, despite his injuries, he still got up and ran toward the demon, as he believed that a chosen one never gives up. Getting inspired by him, Qin Mo got up as well and saved Yifen from getting crushed under the feet of the demon. The two kept pressing the demon by coordinating their attacks, and Yifen finally managed to hurt the demon by hitting the core on his body. Since it was the demon's weak point, he thought that attacking there was their best choice, so Qin Mo offered to distract the demon to make space for him to attack its core. She held one of the demon's arms with mana threads, and Hang Lu held the other one on the ground by a water cannon from the sky. However, Yifen missed his attack, and despite the two keeping the demon bound by their spells, Yifen wasn't able to damage it at all, and it finally broke free. When the demon was about to smash them to bits, Isekai protected them by creating an energy flower shield on top of them, and asked why they didn't wait for the dub to arrive. The shield was absorbed by the three, and it gave them enough power to attack the demon one more time with all their might. As they approached the demon, it screamed in anger, and Qin Mo and Hang Lu summoned ghostly apparitions that bound the demon in chains. Hang Lu used his ultimate attack to attack the demon with two water god serpents, and engulfing his sword in flames, Yifen launched a long-range fire-attack toward the demon that destroyed its core. The demon was finally defeated, and as embers of his flames were falling down from the sky, Yifen looked at the demon's core and collapsed from exhaustion. He was admitted to a hospital, and after abruptly waking up because of a nightmare where he got hit by lightning, he sighed because of the pain in his butt and showed it to Jerome, who noticed a mark on it. When Kinmo came into the room, she was so shocked that she went back outside, and Hang Lu felt disgusted to his core. The three then talked with Maya using a special device, and after asking about her health, they asked her about how her exams were going. At the same time, the lady with the mask showed the demon's image to Hang Lu's mentor, revealing that it was the pet of a devil general, who was sure to come after them now. Since the white ghost was getting even more active now, she suggested that they should reveal the information to the chosen ones, so they could prepare themselves. However, the old man believed that it would only cause a panic, and when a budget Dracula from Wish.com appeared, he pointed out that Yifen might be a mole among the chosen ones. As the white ghost became active after he became a chosen one, he could be following in his father's footsteps, who was a white ghost spy when he was alive. The dumbass told Maya about their fight with the Calamity-ranked demon, saying that they got their asses handed to them, but Isekai saved them all in the end. Her connection with them started to get worse because she was in the snowy mountains of the northern continent, and as the rest continued talking about their battle, the budget Dracula appeared and took Yifen to the dub court. He wanted to know where his father was, and Yifen initially thought that he might be his friend, but when he saw the grumpy look on his face, he wondered if his worthless father owed him money. However, his father owed everyone a debt that could never be repaid, and when Yifen tried to sweet-talk him, the ass face trapped him in a lightning cage. Yifen told him that he was broke as fuck and couldn't pay for his father's debt, but the man wanted to know Wang's location, and asked why his father helped the white ghosts to let demons invade the world. When Yifen said that he didn't know anything about that, the man electrocuted him, and hearing his screams, he told him that it was nothing compared to the pain his father caused everyone. Because of him, the man considered Yifen a traitor as well, and at the same time, Hang Lu met his mentor and grandfather Lu, and learned everything about Yifen's father and why he was arrested. 2 decades ago, an energy fluctuation incident was caused on the snowy mountains of the northern continent, and a plane that contained several chosen ones, and the seal of the demon god, was hit by an energy beam. The plane crashed in the thick snow, killing everyone in an instant, and Wang was blamed to be the cause of the incident. Since that day, he was declared a white ghost spy and an enemy of humanity, and as it was rumored that he had the key fragment, the budget Dracula continued torturing Yifen, but he kept insisting that he didn't know anything about what he was talking about. But the man didn't believe him one bit, so Yifen asked him to confirm everything from his teammates. However, the man thought that no one in the world would team up with a traitor's son, but Hang Lu trusted him with all his heart. At the same time, Kinmo infiltrated the dub government office with the 2 Pokémons to rescue the dumb fuck. She effortlessly neutralized the 2 guards at the gate of the building, and went inside to see Yifen getting tortured to death. As the man was about to finish him off, Kinmo wasted no time attacking him, and the 2 started trading blows with each other until he pushed her back with his lasso-like sword. He hit her beautiful face with it, and when the prison around Yifen dispelled, Jerome rushed to help him, and Blue started beating the fuck out of the budget Dracula before smashing him in the head. Before he got the chance to get up, Kinmo bound him in a mana prison, and started to walk out of the building with Yifen. However, he broke free from it and attacked them, but the lady in the mask repelled him. She was Dub's druggist, and when the man smashed the mask on her face, everyone realized that she was Dr. Isekai. He was surprised to see an official like her teaming up with a spy's son, and when he tried to stop the 2 from leaving, Isekai held him in place with vines. As the 2 were moving toward the exit, Yifen asked her again if she wanted to team up with him, so she told him that she always worked alone, but Yifen was an exception now. When several other chosen ones tried to stop them, she knocked him out of the building and battled them herself. Remembering what the man said about his father, Yifen lay bloody and battered on the ground, and people threw eggs and rotted vegetables at him, as they considered him a traitor. That night, he sat in silence by himself, and Jerome felt worried for him, as he was sitting like that for several hours. Jerome tried to cheer him up, and even told him that he would never try to sacrifice him again. But Yifen never budged from that window. When his phone rang, Jerome learned that Dub would pass their decree about Yifen in 3 days, and all the chosen ones in the world hoped that the dumbass would be severely punished. The following day, Hang Lu forced himself into his grandfather's secret place, and told him that he was going to stay by his friend no matter what happened. In Yifen's apartment, Jerome realized that his worthless master had run away, and showed his goodbye letter to Hang Lu. Together, they searched for him around the whole city, and at the same time in the Southern Continent Avenue, protesters demanded Yifen to be punished immediately, but Kinmo faced them and asked if they had any proof that he was a traitor. She told everyone about the times Yifen risked his own life during battle to protect his teammates, and despite being the biggest dumb f*** in the world, he would never betray his friends. As she continued to prove his innocence to everyone, Yifen battled with Luo, who was secretly a White Ghost member, and retrieved an artifact from him that Luo stole from a dub member. Jerome, Blue, and Hang Lu stumbled upon him, and when they activated the artifact, it showed them a video of the snowy mountains. The following day, Hang Lu took that artifact to his grandfather, and together with Isekai, they realized that it pointed toward the crash that happened 2 decades ago. When Lu sent his grandson away, Isekai informed him that Yifen saved a dub member, and she did that because he was a dub's member as well. She believed that Yifen lacked the mental capacity to be a spy, and showed him the readings of the typhoon, telling him that it was caused by the White Ghosts, and they needed Yifen's power to combat them. Meanwhile, Yifen went to the snowy mountains with Jerome to prove his father's innocence, and moved in 3 feet of thick snow to look for the crash site. However, the thick snow and the blizzard made it hard for them to find it, and Jerome told him that it was impossible to locate the plane, but Yifen didn't want to give up. As he was standing on the edge of a cliff thinking about what to do next, the ground beneath them started to crumble, and they fell from the cliff. They thought that it was their end, but Hang Lu rescued him with his water magic, and Kinmo caught him in her arms. His horny readings went off the chart, so she dropped him on the ground, and Maya sucker punched him in the head as punishment for acting like a desperate virgin. They all scolded him for going by himself, but Yifen thought that his team had disbanded after he was deemed a traitor. However, they would never betray their friend who had risked his life to protect them multiple times, and Yifen started crying seeing how much his friends loved him. Despite being in a snowy environment, they didn't feel any cold because of their mana, but since Yifen's mana was sealed, he got sick, and the others wondered why the seal was put inside of him. For her exams, Maya came to this very place and mentioned a strange human-shaped demon skeleton that was buried in the snow. As they were talking about it, an avalanche happened, and after the snow was cleared, they saw the plane's damaged body down the cliff. Yifen's lost memories partially came back, as he realized that he had been in that place before, and Luo revealed that he not only came there, but also snatched something that didn't belong to him. While everyone thought that Luo had escaped, the White Ghost members were actually waiting for them to arrive there all that time, so they could ambush them. Luo told his lackeys to capture Yifen, and with the battle started, everyone divided the enemy amongst themselves, and Kinmo battled with Luo. When she knocked him away with her spell, Luo's hood was destroyed, and she realized that the man she had been working with for 5 years was humanity's biggest enemy. When he called her a disgusting orphan, Kinmo punched him in the face and used mana chains to bind him. With his back against the wall, Luo revealed his trump card and called the Demon Emperor to help them out, who was the demon god's most loyal servant. Isekai protected everyone from his attacks by creating a wall of vines, but Yifen and Jerome were knocked away. As they were trying to escape, an attack hit them again and Jerome got injured. Since they couldn't see their enemies, Kinmo bestowed everyone with the eyes of the guardian deity, and with a huge burst of lightning, the Demon Emperor finally revealed himself to everyone. They wasted no second to attack him with their strongest spells, but it didn't even put a scratch on him, and everyone except Yifen was dropped to the ground immediately by his unseeable attacks. Calling all of them disgusting weaklings, the Demon Emperor launched a spear toward Yifen, and all of his energy was wasted in blocking the attack. When Isekai started to heal everyone with her powers, the Demon Emperor appeared before her in a flash, and slammed her against a mountain before destroying everyone else in a matter of seconds. After kicking Yifen in the air, the Demon Emperor treated him like his personal punching bag, and after slamming him toward the ground, he hit him with his thunder fist. Yifen started puking blood, and as everyone was devastated seeing him, he dropped to the ground on the brink of death. Kinmo approached the Demon Emperor helplessly, as he couldn't see Yifen die by himself, and he grabbed her by the neck to end her miserable life, but Luo reminded him to not forget his mission. So he threw her away, and summoned a huge magic circle in the sky to extract the key from Yifen's body. As all the mana inside of him was leaking, he finally regained his memories, and remembered his father trying to rescue him from the White Ghosts. He was on the plane, and to stop the enemy from getting the key of the demon god's seal, he hid it inside his son. As the spell continued to extract the key from his body, Blue woke up Jerome, and he rushed to attack the Demon Emperor, but he effortlessly grabbed him, and the key was extracted from Yifen's body. However, instead of giving it to Luo, the Demon Emperor took it for himself, and while he complained to the demon about it, Yifen attacked him. Because the key was extracted from his body, all the mana that was sealed inside his body was finally released. He wanted to attack the demon emperor, but since his friends were taken hostage, he first freed Kinmo by throwing Jerome towards the white ghost member standing on her, who in return freed the others. With each passing second, his aura started to get stronger, but the demon's demonic lightning still scared him to shit. He was pushed back, and the demon attacked him with a flurry of strikes, but since his true power was awakened, Yifen barely managed to block all of them. At the same time, Kinmo started to beat the living fuck out of Luo, and Hang Lu got injured by an ice lance. However, he managed to defeat his enemy, and when everyone else also defeated their opponents, they saw Yifen getting beaten to a pulp by the demon emperor. As he was on his knees powerless, the demon jumped at him to finish him off, but Isekai protected him with the blue lotus at the last second and amplified his body. With his newfound strength, he managed to match the demon's speed and finally landed his first strike on him. The demon emperor acknowledged his strength, but Yifen was still too weak, and he believed that weaklings like him only deserved to be trampled. He attacked Yifen with his thunder lightning, but he dodged his attack with Hang Lu's help and struck him. The demon was pushed back, and using the opportunity, Kinmo bound him with chains using her ghostly apparitions. After delivering the mandatory final protagonist speech against the ultimate evil, Yifen poured all of his mana into the Excalibur and evaporated the demon emperor to ashes. They finally recovered the key of the demon god's seal, and as everyone in the southern continent avenue was waiting for Yifen to be called a traitor, Hang Lu's grandfather arrived at the scene with his guards. When Yifen appeared before them with his teammates while walking like a true Giga Chad, everyone wondered if he was actually a traitor, as his body was covered in injuries after fighting the demon emperor. Grandpa Lu proved his innocence by declaring all of them heroes of humanity, and some days later when everyone was recovered, Yifen met Kinmo and told her that he planned to continue his search to prove his father's innocence. The others soon appeared, and together they went to Mingshan University and saw a similar skeleton there as the one in the snowy mountains. Both skeletons had the same characteristics, and as Mayu was explaining the similarities between them, Kinmo touched the skeleton and started to get sucked into a teleporter. Yifen tried to rescue her, but he was too late, and she was teleported to the demon realm. In his prison cell, Luo smiled, as it was all a part of his plan to get her teleported, and the demon goddess approached her body to use it for the demon god's rebirth. Set your heart ablaze, go beyond your limits, and watch this next video.